working! This well is being willed back to Cecile! Will you visit Wally and I again, oh wisest wanderer? We'd weep with joy to witness your return. We'll meet again, wanderer, we will!
Commanders, I do apologize for the state your homestead is currently in. It's like a zoo in here, or worse, an emporium. That's right. These red little blighters appeared as out of nowhere when another one of the portals became active. God 7 or 700. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's imps.
Captain?
I know, but really, they're zany, they're exasperating, they're unpredictable, and they have about as much use for history as a professional clairvoyant has.
A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a vent?
I think I could fly straight to the void. All the way up.
Band of? Why, I'm not one of them. Not one of those exiles that were slaves to demons and their own inadequacies. But talk to them if you must hear their history. I haven't the stomach for the vagaries of my own species. No, what I need is the sound of a symphony, a whiff and a swig of old tasty wine, and above all, a shelter away from imps.
Captain? No need for shoving now. There's enough of the imp of the year to go around. I could tell a joke or two. Free on a good day. Has a nice ring. Every year. They don't call me majestic for nothing, dear. Now, where have I left that bottle?
Hi! Hello! Sauce Hunter! I'll tell you whatever you like, friendo, but it'll cost you. Oh, but when you give me that look, I can't help but offer you my finest deal. My love story for a simple shrunken dwarf's head. How's that for a trade? Say, did you know I can fly straight up from here to eternity? It's true. What? See? I was back before your puny human eyes even knew I was gone. Oh, don't go. Please, I'll show you a trick. Look. 1, 2, 3, and now your name is Freddy! Amazing, isn't it?
Oh my word! Oh my heavens! A source hunter! Careful, I'm losing my breath. Too much air. Oh! Phew! Right you are, of course, source hunter. But I've a propensity for hyperventilation whenever I'm faced with my ultimate heroes. I've heard that without you, all of Riverlon would be flying fast forward towards its doom.
Think I could fly straight to the void? I think I could fly straight to the void.
Found any interesting treasure, Source Hunter? Anything you'd like to share? Oh, I had the most beautiful dream, Source Hunter. A great fist came down from on high, unfolded before me, and in its palm lay a beautiful golden box. Carefully, I lifted its lid, and inside were treasures of every make and kind. Maps, cards, paintings. I cradled each treasure carefully, enthralled. And oh, how I wept when I woke.
Every year, I said.
You know what?
Strange. I'm zapping you just as hard as my finely tuned mental prowess allows, yet I can't seem to singe a single hair on your head. No, not violence. Zapping, explosions, bloody mist and other beautiful bits flying into high heaven. Ah, bliss!
Hello. Yes, please do make yourself at home. This is your home, after all, isn't it? Recently what? Oh, events. Well, we imps are quite happy here indeed. We've been chased all over Rivalon, but I don't think the watch will find us here.
Say, have you seen my magic box? It's got
Zap, zap, zap! Careful now, you're...
Straight to the void?
Aye,
Okay, straight to the void? Oh!
A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a event?
It's you! What sort of excellent collectibles have you found? Oh, I had the most beautiful...
There's a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Greetings, Source Hunter. I've a great many questions for you, if you've the time to answer them. Well, to start, I do quite wonder how this place came to be. A shelter plane at the end of time? Incredible! Next, I'm curious if you could tell me the exact weight of your partner. I'm guessing somewhere in the area of 24,670 raccoons, but I can't be totally certain. If you had time, I'd also like to inquire after your dear mother. How is her health these days? And that rash on her right cheek? Healed, I presume? And finally, compasses. How in the God's 7 names do they work? And so the mysteries remain.
Doom! Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
What a wonderful place this is. A lovely locale to rest my weary belly. Far better than the hellish plains we imps are used to. Yes, I think we'll stick around. Oh, with your approval, of course. What's that? We have it. Marvellous.
It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
No, that hoity-toity historian thinks he's so much better than us demon thralls just because he was never actually enthralled by demons. And yet he's no more than a lackey to the gods, isn't he? What's the difference? Right you are. Grab a drink, sit you down, and lend me all the ears you have. We imps, you see, are a mixed breed of demons and some other long-forgotten race, which means we aren't as evil as the devils that begot us. But I'll be damned twice over if we aren't as clever. We hail from the realm of Nemesis, where demons have ruled supreme since, well, forever, really. Their knowledge of secrets and arcane scholarship is unparalleled. As unparalleled, in fact, as our inquisitiveness. Now, curiosity may have killed the cat, poor thing, but it enslaved us imps as well. We were blinded by the promises of knowledge the demons dangled in front of our eager faces. Yes, well, in hindsight it wasn't, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. Here's what happened. In return for our fair share of demonic knowledge, all of us imps had to sign our names in an indestructible book called the Codex, which was to be considered an oath of servitude, a contract of give and take for mutual benefit, and signed out of free will.
The void? I think I could fly straight to the void. All the way up.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
I'm the empathy.
Aye, Captain.
Every year, I said.
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two. Free on a good day. Say, have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
Fools that we were, we readily agreed, and thereby signed our way into slavery. For we had to do everything the demons told us to, and they, in turn, shared very little knowledge with us indeed. Quite so. That's because one day, a particularly clever imp amongst us devised an escape plan. If we would be able to steal the Codex and disappear with it, the demons would no longer be able to lay claim on us, for without the proof of the Codex, the contract between us would be broken.
Think I could fly straight to the void? I think I could fly straight to the void. All the way up.
One night, as the demons lay sleeping after a most sordid orgy indeed, we stole the Codex and fled from Nemesis through a rift. Ever since then, we've been on the run, for our masters swore they'd return the Codex to Nemesis so they can claim our servitude once more. So all we do is run and hide ad nauseam. Eternal fugitives are we. Kind of got lost, to tell you the truth. That's what happens after generations of flight. Things get misplaced. And yet, wherever that bloody book may be, up until now, the demons still haven't found it. So, good news there. Only a matter of time until they do, though. Unless, of course, time ends first. Wouldn't that be a stroke of luck? Here, isn't it? Are we near an event?
Awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say.
I sense an eerie presence here.
Yes, like creepy crawlies down the spine. Demons.
Here, you do not disappoint. I knew you'd come this way. Room by room you encroach upon this territory, willfully torn from time. No, you do not disappoint. Something much more harmful still. You excruciate beyond all thinkable daring. You have our thankfulness, our eternal gratitude, the acknowledgement of the void. So why do you fight us? Why do you stand against the promise of oblivion? Relent, Guardians, relent! You did your duty long, long ago. Do not undo what had to be done.
Did my duty. I wonder what he meant by that.
And I wonder why we had the thanks of those that long for the end of time.
I didn't expect to find the likes of you here. Fallen stars, forgotten angels from on high. How long has it been? An age? An eon? But you've changed quite considerably, I see. Yes, the divine is but a glimmer in the farthest reaches of your gaze. Well, perhaps I can help you. One of your kind ought to be a bit stronger of arm, a bit quicker of wit after all. And we are all counting on you, sir. My autobiography will hardly serve you. What's far more relevant is what I see in you. Quite crucial, your survival, isn't it? And you do seem such a reasonable sort to boot. There's very little pleasure greater than dealing with a reasonable sort, I find. Yourself redone, of course. Your very parts and pieces reorganized into something simply better.
You back to your homestead, but it seems the Imparium on the Imp plane at the end of Imp is far more appropriate. Most certainly.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aye. One can't quite get around demons these days. Luckily, old Moloch is as gentle as, well, not a lamb exactly, more as a starved lion, but that is still exceptionally meek as demons go. His powers are formidable, but don't let him deceive you. For all that he grants, he grabs something in return. Quid pro quo is his motto. Always remember that.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Of all the wicked things, the one substance that can stand in the way of the void, and she's turning it into vessels of blight. You'll have to redouble your efforts, my friend. You'll have to find more starstones before she does and forestall her insidious distortions. It shall be my pleasure.
Kinds of wonders stashed inside.
How very right you are. These thoughts have been bubbling in from what I can... The generals were put in charge of perhaps that falter.
There are quite a number of imps here, my most honored guest. Leandra. She desires to be Mother of the Void, but you have the power to undo her born-in-blood litter. Though they be baptized in blood, you can cleanse the Starstones still, and use them to thwart their grim queen. Threads I weave and tales I see, all will I tell. Moloch, I know of him, he has a kind soul, in as far as kindness has least to dwell within the confines of a demon's body. He is kind in that he is honest. For that which you give, you will receive something in return with no strings attached, no unpleasant threads for me to weave. Not always was he so, no. He was true to his vicious nature. But during the Great War on Chaos, he, supposedly immortal, found himself on his back, with your sword halfway down his throat. You saw the fear in his eyes, the incomprehensibility of death and defeat, and so you took pity on him. He hasn't forgotten your kindness and became somewhat kind in return. A demon redeemed.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
Event. Aye, aye, Captain.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter. Yes, that was a small fib on my part, I'm afraid. Zandalore is known as the Keeper of the Source, after all. And I didn't know how Source hunters would react to my association with such a colorful character.
Joke or two. Free on a good day.
By all means.
Every year, I said.
And what might those be? What? A mere flea bag won the heart of that exquisite black beauty? I knew I should have acted sooner. And now I've let her slip through my claws.
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two.
Why are you looking at me like that? She's certainly more beautiful than any human lady I've ever seen. Besides, it's easier to raise kittens than kids, I can tell you that.
Why, I see Master Zigzags has upgraded from his shabby little hut at the edge of the hour, from the fairy dimension to the, space-time weaver hunter imp one. What do you call this place again? Ha! Is that so? It seems I have my share to learn about the magical world yet. The end of time. Well, suddenly your association with Master Zigzags makes sense.
Wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Well, I must say, it's no small relief to find myself in a safe haven among such allies. I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when your order was still cutting down so-called dark magicians by the dozens. Ours was a family of born sorcerers, you see. It was in our blood to interact with Source, but our parents were determined to curb the power within us. Still, their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters.
Side.
I am, but there is more to our kind than they teach at your academy. Source isn't only blood and madness. It's like lightning, an exquisite current of great power. We sorcerers are like metal steeples. Source is drawn to us and it flows through us. But what so many fail to understand is that Source can be controlled. The power-drunk through history have abused it, and all the world's sorcerers have borne terrible consequences. Tell me, Source Hunter, in all your hours studying the arcane arts, did your great masters ever suggest that perhaps not all sorcerers were evil? Did you ever hear, even once, that some of us were weak and gentle? That we could be simple forest folk healing the sick and frozen each winter? No. I doubt also that they'd mention that one day this hunt of yours would birth a broken soul powerful enough to inch all of Rivellon toward oblivion. No. No, that would be going too far, and eschewing my own responsibility. I believe Leandra's long fall down did begin at the hands of some of your own order, but it was I who sparked all of this.
It's to zap a human to vapor.
They came on a quiet morning. My mother was wild with fright and commanded me to hide myself and Leandra outside, among the trees. Even at that young age, we knew not to question her. We climbed high into the branches of a nearby tree, and before we could look away, our parents were cut down without ceremony before our door.
I think I could fly straight to the boy.
The Source Hunters sauntered away, wiping their blades with pride. 2 more sorcerers dead, a job well done. From that moment on, everything was different. As we trembled in that tree, our fear and our desperation were so potent that the magic within us began to weave together. Our souls became forged together, our bond unbreakable.
Inside.
Oh, I'm the empathy year. Every year, I said.
would survive, thrive even within those woods, never speaking to outsiders. Our soul forge meant that if one of us were to die, the other would instantly perish too. We kept one another close. Leandra's capacity was enormous. Source didn't frighten her, and she delved into that dark well with terrible regularity. I did my best to guide her, but she fast outgrew my admonitions.
Think I could fly straight to the void? I think I could fly straight to the void. All the way up!
My sister and I were mired in a solitary existence, witches among the trees when Zandalor came. Leandra especially couldn't leave him be. He was a feast of information, and she wouldn't rest until she'd absorbed every bit of knowledge he offered. Their days were spent on charms, hexes, and the like. At night, Leandra would wander off to practice what she'd learned, and Zandalor and I would settle into our quiet tasks, side by side. We were a content trio, the three of us, but base impulse would undo us.
Say, have you seen my magic box? It's got
As
all
you know,
kinds of...
Leandra and I were soul-forged. This offered us a window into one another's souls. I knew Leandra had developed feelings for Zandalor, and she knew I had too. But it was me to whom he confessed his love. Those quiet evenings together had captured his heart, as they had mine.
Drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a vent?
Her heart broke the moment we announced our new attachment, and I felt the pain of it as sharply as a knife. She fled, without a word, and I didn't see her for 2 terrible years. My connection to her, our soul forge, grew weaker. It was as though some third entity, a parasite, were atop our souls, sucking the strength from it day by day. We've a single order of business first and foremost. Leandra is gathering an army, and I fear we'll have to get through it if we wish to find her. But first, we must learn more about Leandra's plans. How many of these so-called Immaculates does she have in her palm, and to what end is she directing them? Your journey must begin in the Lacula mines, where she has been accumulating materials and manpower for a purpose as yet unknown. The way will be dangerous. Her allies are growing more powerful and numerous by the minute. But we must discover exactly what Leandra is planning, and why. A soul forge comes with its own benefits, Source Hunter. Though our connection has weakened, I still see the occasional vision of Leandra's doings, the pangs of her deepest felt emotions, and flashes of her triumphs. One vision. I had thought it was only a nightmare. But now I see it was something much worse. Leandra is collecting materials, precisely what, I cannot say, and is hard at work shaping them into something sinister.
Say, have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders.
Her frustrations are rivaled only by her mirth. I can see she's growing closer and closer to achieving something dire. You must make your way deep into the mines to see exactly what she's planning. I believe that our soul forge has been damaged. By what? I can only guess. The fraying of the bond between us has left Leandra adrift in a well of sorrow she truly believes will never end. What she needs is a hand. My hand, out of this abyss. If our soul forge is repaired, I am certain she'll cease blazing this path of destruction.
A bit drafty in here, isn't it?
I cannot condone the terrible things she's done, but I can seek to understand them. With our soul forged in such tatters, I believe Leandra is adrift in the not at all inconsiderable sorrows of our lives. What's more, I sense a terrible force bearing down upon the bond between us. It is hungry, and it consumes ever more of Leandra's mind and soul. I cannot say exactly what this force might be, but I'm certain it's both driving me out and driving Leandra on. If I could only repair the forge, I'm certain she'd put a stop to this madness. The way may be treacherous, but you must get inside. I fear my sister is doing something dreadful so far from the light of day.
Have you seen my magic box?
You
It's got all
flatter me,
kinds
my
of
lady,
wonders
but
stashed
yes,
inside.
I quite like to weave between two planes of existence, bound by mind and soul. There is a grandeur to it. I quite like to weave between two planes of existence, bound by mind and soul. There is a grandeur to it, if a humble.
Good luck out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond sight.
How can the Legion serve you? Your word is my command.
Back again? You can't frighten me this time. Did I stutter? Deliver the letter. Too sweet.
back on my feet again.
Here lies Fluffy, gone to the great litter box in the sky. Schnoppens.
Back on my feet again. As good as a new penny. poison! I needed that.
Sweet relief. On the mend.
Sweet relief.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
You went and whisked Willie back to Wally. Wow. Whip out your wallet and wing a bit of gold my way, and I'll wow you in return. This well wishes to work his magic. What a wonderful day! You brought him back! What would you like to wish, our most willing friend? Decide how much you're willing to spare, and I'll will you something wondrous in accordance. Wow, what have we here? What wealth! Please enjoy your reward. You went and whisked Willie back to Wally. I wish you well.
Walter! Walter, look! Our wanderer has returned to us. Hail, hero! How now?
Me? I'm all worked up. I'm wild with delight. I'm William Wellington McWishingwell, and I am home!
toasty.
Beware of the lost ones out there, Wanderer. Their blood is impure.
My. I see you appear and everything brightens. Such is the joy you have brought us. Please be ever welcome in our new establishment. I'm swell. I'm settled here in Silver Glen. I have a roof over my head instead of menacing forest canopies looming above. I have a cozy bed to sleep in instead of moss and leaves to lie on. I have a husband to cuddle come the night, instead of having to stand and watch for bloodthirsty beasts that hunt by the moon. As you can tell, dear friend, I am well indeed. Oh, he's doing peachy. As am I. We do still feel great sadness for what happened to our friends in Hunter's Edge. But the selfish side that houses in every soul is mighty glad we made it out together. A new smithy, a new life. The gods are kind to us. I could do with a cold drink.
Frost-capped skewer! Mercy on your soul. Into the fray once more. Back on my feet.
Troll toll. Pay the toll, human, or I'll squeeze you like a funny yellow fruit. And when I roar, the birds take flight. The airs head for the horizon. The goblins pray to their totems, and the earth itself thinks it's about to quake. So be forthcoming, human, or my roar will shatter your eardrums, and you will meet your death in crushing silence. Broken? What rot? The bridge is perfectly fine. Sturdy as if it was built yesterday. Oh, but you're trying to be clever, aren't you? You want me to turn so you can run without paying. Your tricks won't work, human. Pay, or I'll grind you like pepper. We troll, us toll, because our king commands it. All hail the king! You are unworthy to hear of the king. You must pay to walk his lands. But you must not make him the topic of idle conversation. Fine, I shall tell ya. Our king lives in a great cave here in the woods, by the canyon that leads to the mine. But a mere wanderer won't find him so easily. The cave is here, yeah, but its true nature lies in the realm of fairy. Enter if you must, but only stone will greet you. Magic is needed to see the king, and I have no head for magic. Ask one of the other trolls. Ask Archibald. He's the one with brains, that one. He knows that 3 and 5 make... What 3 and 5 make? Ask him. 1,000 gold coins buys you passage. Refuse, and I'll pound you so deep into the ground, the moles will take you for one of their own.
Quite so, no need for any violence. Here's your money.
998. 999. 1,000. Oh, I guess that means you are free to proceed unsqueezed. Off you go.
Next time you must introduce me to your handsome friend. His musk dominates the breeze most pleasingly.
Wolgraff's gaze drifts from Beardaughter to the troll and back. Then his face crumples into a frown of repugnance. Whatever mental image he conceived, it must have been a disturbing one.
to the bridge with ya.
I've spotted something interesting.
Silence awaits you! Silence awaits you!
Silence awaits you! Yield now, for there is no hope.
Seven, inspire us!
Now, this is valuable. I'm overheating here!
I needed that.
I feel better already! A stitch of time, hey, my friends?
Careful now, that's a trap.
Look out, I see a trap nearby.
Careful, I've spotted a trap.
Into the fray once more.
Into the fray once more. Back on my feet again. Did someone leave another door open?
Someone seems to be enjoying the afternoon sun.
I'll bet we can slip by while his back is turned. Better to avoid a conflict now than have to face every goblin from here to the mine.
dead end, a troll statue, grey gold.
Yes, but I think there is more to it than meets the eye.
It's awfully boring in here without the proper magic. In its right form, things really get moving. Or should I say, stomping.
Mercy on your soul.